What's up, Saints fans? In today's video, I'm going to explain to you why the Who Dat Nation needs to be fired up about Danny Stutsman, the rookie linebacker out of Oklahoma who was drafted by New Orleans this year. I am so pumped up, and I had the opportunity to speak to his dad. So we're going to dive into a bunch of reasons why he's excited to be in New Orleans, the ties that he has to the Saints, and everything in between. But really quick, I got to show you our June-like battle. We're going at it with Falcons Today. We're crushing them, but I don't want to take the foot off the gas. So hit the thumbs up icon, like this video. Let's get 500 likes. Shoot, 700. Let's go ahead and get to 3,000 likes in the month of June. That would be absolutely electric. Hit the thumbs up icon if you hate the Dirty Birds and if you love the New Orleans Saints. I want to start off today's segment by first off just saying thank you and shout out to Steve Stutsman for reaching out, the legend right here. He actually sent me an email, said, "Hey, Trizzy, I'm a big fan. I really like the energy you got. You know, let's chop it up sometime." And I had the opportunity to speak with Steve, and I just got to say, this guy is a legend. I was really, really happy to see that he reached out, and it was really cool for me personally because I'm a big fan of Danny Stutsman. I loved the pick, and, you know, he recognized that, you know, we bring a lot of passion and bring a lot of energy here at Saints Now. So, first of all, I just want to say shout out to Steve Stutsman for reaching out in general. I'm really excited to get to know you further. I'm excited to watch your son play, and I hope you enjoy today's video, my friend. So I just kind of wanted to have a few minutes on the phone with him. And, you know, we're going to look to bring him and Danny both on the show here on Saints Now. But in the few minutes, the short conversation I had on the phone, I asked Mr. Stutsman why they're excited to join the Who Dat Nation and why they believe the Saints are a great fit for Danny. And so first things first, I want to explain that there are some ties actually between the Stutsman family to the New Orleans Saints. So first of all, in case you didn't know, Steve Stutsman, he actually grew up in East Texas, a little bit east, in East Texas, you know, not too far away from Shreveport. He said less than 100 miles away. He did grow up a Saints fan. He said that whenever he was growing up, the news that they got was all around the black and gold. And fun fact, he played football back in the 80s, and he was recruited by LSU, which is pretty cool. So there's a little bit more ties to the state of Louisiana. And in case you didn't know, this family is a family full of athletes. The athletic gene is very strong in the Stutsman household. His mom was a point guard at Baylor. His dad played tight end at Baylor. And then his sister actually played softball at Florida State. And fun fact, his sister was a part of the 2018 national championship team for the Seminoles. So, you know, a lot of good athletic genes over there in the Stutsman household. And, you know, it's just pretty cool to hear that they're all athletes and that sports just runs through their blood. And for what it's worth, there's also pretty cool ties to Jeff Ireland. Steve Stutsman was actually a teammate with Jeff Ireland over at Baylor. And in fact, Mr. Stutsman told me that he actually went to his wedding and whatnot. So that's pretty cool that they actually are close. They're homies, and they were also teammates. So, you know, it's actually pretty cool ties to New Orleans. He also did say that during the draft process, he was very hands-off. He was like, look, we were friends early in the college career. He, you know, may or may not have seen his highlights just because they're homies and because they were friends back in the day. But at the end of the day, Saints ended up drafting him. It's pretty cool to see that now he is a New Orleans Saint. Very full circle moment. Pretty cool if you ask me. All in all, I'm really, really excited. And I want to welcome the Stutsman family to the Who Dat Nation. So get in the comments and just type Who Dat. If you want to show some love, Who Dat Stutsman, Who Dat Stuts, just get in the comments, show them some love, welcome them with open arms here to the Who Dat Nation, because I think that they're going to be an excellent addition to our family. Now, New Orleans is also a perfect fit. The Stutsmans believe that this is a really, really good situation, not just for their family because they're excited about the team, they're excited about the culture, the city, and all of those things, but they're excited to see Danny line up in the black and gold alongside a lot of the players. He specifically named Demario Davis and Pete Werner as players he's excited to see Danny play with. I mean, these are guys that offer a lot to teach to a young player. They're also players, Demario Davis, honestly, on the way out in terms of his NFL career. Pete Werner, his career is still pretty good right now. He just has some questions on availability and all that kind of stuff, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, like, there is real competition between Pete Werner. I think that they can be a really good duo as well from the foreseeable future. And honestly, I think that this is another really good fit in New Orleans. because of the swagger and the energy he brings. There's no question about it. New Orleans has a personality that is unmatched, that is second to none, that is very, very unique. And honestly, this kind of energy and this kind of swagger is what we need in New Orleans. I like to call him Mr. Communion. He posted on Instagram a couple years ago, "I'm like the communion, that cracker with the juice." I mean, come on. That kind of energy, that kind of swagger is so infectious. It's really, really fun. And we get to see it on game days. We get to see it on the field because it's not just a high energy player. He's also a high producing player. Get fired up about this guy. I'm trying to sell you on the stock of Danny Stutsman. Here, I'm going to give you my Wolf of Wall Street pitch here. Sell me this player. You need a linebacker? Supply and demand, baby. He is a guy that his father described as somebody who's always had drive. He's always had passion, and he's always been a perfectionist when it comes to sports. He grew up playing basketball and baseball, and then later on added football into his repertoire. And then in terms of things that stand out about Danny, his father described him. This is also not new information. You can see this in all of his scouting reports. The preparation is a huge, huge aspect about the game for him. He loves the sport of football. He's extremely passionate about it, not just playing it, but indulging it and learning it and becoming the best player possible. Now, let's go look back at some career accolades for Danny Stutsman. In case you didn't know, he was a consensus All-American back in 2024. He was also first-team All-SEC, and he led the Oklahoma Sooners in tackles with 100 and 910, depending on who you ask. He was also first-team All-Big 12 back in 2023, and he led the Sooners in tackles. He also led the Big 12 in tackles in 2022 with 125. No question about it, he is one of the unquestioned leaders at Oklahoma on the football team, not just on the defense, but on the whole roster. The Saints are getting a hard-nosed, gritty, athletic linebacker. That is what the Oklahoma head coach had to say about Danny Stutsman. I think that this is a player that we should all be buying the stock in. I think this is a guy that we can all relate to. We can all be excited about. We can all look at and say, hey, this is a guy who's just excited to have this opportunity. He's excited to be here, and he's somebody who's going to come in and put the work in every single day. So I'm gonna work on getting Danny Stutsman and Steve to join the show. We ended the phone call by saying, let's get something worked out. If you guys want to see them join the program, like the video. Let us know. Let them know. I know that they watch the show. I know that Mr. Stutsman is a fan of Saints Now, and he had some really kind words to say about me. I got to say just thank you so much, Mr. Stutsman, again, for reaching out and all the kind words. It was really, really cool. Would love to have you on the show, but let's let the fans decide. Hit the thumbs up icon, like this video. Really quickly, I want to plug our Saints hoodies right here. You can get a sideline hoodie that all of the players, all the coaches had. Chatsports.com/Saints hoodie sale. The link is clickable in the comments and description of this video. It's on clearance, so when it's sold out, it is gone. So go and get yours today. They also have this jacket, the one that I'm actually wearing right now, on sale as well. You can get it with this link as well. So go check it out. Chatsports.com/Saints hoodie sale. The link is clickable in the comments and description. Now, really quickly, more reasons why he fits in. This New Orleans Saints are a perfect fit. I mean, let's just go through some pictures here, Lopez, because this is whenever the Saints had their rookie introduction to the city. Look who's up front and center. Danny Stutsman, right up front and center. And then let's go to this next picture here. So you can kind of see it. He's right under the A, arms around Hunter Deckers, and I can't tell who the other teammate is. Picture's kind of small, but right there, arm around his teammates. One of the few guys that has his arm around the teammates. He's embracing the squad. He's embracing the team. He's embracing the city. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him fired up. I mean, he's pumped up to be here. I don't know exact context of what's going on here for what it's worth. But, I mean, this is a guy who's clearly pretty happy. It's a big old smile. He looks fired up. He looks energetic. And, of course, he's got the Mardi Gras beads on. And, look, this was really cool. They went and visited Mardi Gras World, hit him with the horns down. You got to appreciate it. You got to appreciate the humor. He's embracing it. He's having some fun. So, maybe it's a little bit of like, oh, look at all the cool things he's doing, and, it doesn't really mean all that much. But for what it's worth, I do think it's cool that a player like Danny Stutsman is embracing the city. He is indulging in the unique culture of New Orleans, and he's a player that I think is going to be a fan favorite, no questions about it. And look, I also was told that there's a healthy rivalry between Danny Stutsman and Jalen Ford. So in case you didn't know, Jalen Ford, a linebacker that the Saints drafted in 2024, and then Danny Stutsman, a linebacker the Saints drafted in 2025. Did you know OU and Texas, Red River rivalry. Goodness gracious, say that 10 times fast. Red River rivalry, big deal in college football, and they are they have a very healthy what's it called? Rivalry. They have a healthy relationship. I'm excited to see these two players compete. I'm excited to see these two players line up together. I do think that the future of the linebacker position is very, very bright, especially with these two guys leading the helm. Also factor in Pete Werner and some of the other guys on the roster. And for what it's worth, just another good reason that he fits in. Danny Stutsman is very, very close with Billy Bowman, the defensive back from the Oklahoma Sooners. That is now a part of the Atlanta Falcons. So whenever they line up on game days, they're going to have a lot of fun jawing at each other. Probably going to have a nice, healthy rivalry, too, in the NFC South. So pretty cool to see that they'll get to see each other twice a year. That's really, really cool, at least in my opinion. If you disagree, whatever. I don't really care. But I'm excited to see these guys play. I'm excited to see these two play against each other for the foreseeable future. It'll be pretty cool. Danny Stutsman, I think he's got the edge. Come on. Let's go, Danny. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Also, last thing here. We'll wrap it up here in just a moment, but they also just love the fan base. And that's just refreshing. It's nice to see players and coaches and family of players indulge and accept and jump in head first into New Orleans, into the city, into the community. They love the fan base. They want to be a part of it. Mr. Stutsman telling me that he's excited to be a part of this whole operation of turning this whole thing around because there's only one way but up. They love this fan base. I was told that they're going to be that they're going to be at a lot of the different games, and that they love the fact that this city embraces the players and the way that they embrace the players. They love that this is like a team that he described embraces the players that are the working man's guys, the guys that just show up, lunch pill, hard hat kind of guy, show up to work, boots laced up, ready to go, but also love the community, love the city, and love pouring back into the team and pouring back into the community. I mean, it's a word that I keep saying, but it's just really, really cool. And also, he said that he's going to be at every single game. The family won't miss a game, and they're going to be in attendance at minicamp. So if you guys see him out there, say what's up. Mr. Stutsman, really, really cool guy to talk to. I'm looking forward to more conversations in the future. But all in all, I think this is a player that we should all be really, really pumped up about. Now, get ready for the NFL season. The kickoff is less than 100 days away. So be sure to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. We're chipping away on the road to 50K. If you haven't already, hit the big red sub button for free Saints content by fans, for fans, and y'all stay golden. We'll see you on our live show later this afternoon.